Good day everyone. Today we have the first video update for a developing cyclone here in the western Pacific. We have Tropical Storm Guchol. It's the 12th of June. Today is also the 114th anniversary of the Declaration of Philippine Independence. So we wish our Filipino viewers very happy Independence Day there. Now we turn to Tropical Storm Guchol here, approximately 430 kilometers southwest of Guam. You can see here in the infrared image. So it's also located 520 kilometers east of Yap Island, which is somewhere over here. This is Palau, and this is the Northern Marianas Islands. You see the maximum sustained winds are now at 65 kph, gusting up to 85 kph, moving also westward at a speed of 15 kilometers per hour. From the National Weather Service latest warnings there, we have tropical storm warning for Face and Ulithi atolls here in the Yap state, and a tropical storm watch is in effect for Yap Island itself. Just to give you an idea, Face and Ulithi atolls are located somewhere over here, approximately 100 to 200 kilometers east of Yap. Yap Island itself is located over here. See, the storm is still well away from Yap, but quickly approaching the atolls of Ulithi and Face. That's why we now have tropical storm warnings there. Also, you notice clouds and thunderstorms actually blowing up here in Guam as the storm is interacting with a upper level low to the north in Marianas. You can see the storms actually blowing up just to the southeast of Guam, approaching to the northwest. So there will be some rains also here in Guam and Saipan in the next few hours, today and into tomorrow. But the main news here is Tropical Storm Guchol, which is slowly developing, trying to organize. We noted in our text updates the cyclic nature of the storm, weakening and then strengthening throughout the night. We're kind of seeing a better representation here on the satellite, more symmetric appearance. But looking at the infrared, going back to the infrared a moment, you also see very fragmented convective activity, very weak and not that cold cloud tops. We do have a intense, I would say, cooling cloud tops near the center of the storm. And when you look at the microwave image taken a few hours ago, you can see that we do have a strong convective activity here near the center of the storm, mid-level circulation. However, we are not seeing any developing bands just yet. We are seeing some activity to the southeast and also to the western periphery of the storm, but nothing to suggest rapid intensification pretty soon, but it is developing. Now, moving into the track forecast of the storm is located south of a subtropical ridge anchored here in the western Pacific, extends all the way actually into the Philippines. This will keep Guchol on a westward course for the next 24 to 48 hours, and it's going to be interesting in terms of the track is how far west will this storm move. Right now, computer models are showing a track to the west, and then eventually turning to the northwest, avoiding the Philippines. However, we can see a couple of models here showing a close brush near the northeastern tip of Luzon. You have GFS and CMC showing that solution. Another camp here in NOGAPS and the UK Met showing a much more northwest track and then a turn to the north, avoiding the Philippines altogether. So you can see we still have some uncertainties on the track. And going back to the mean wind analysis, the thing here is how strong will this ridge remain. We are forecasting a developing mid-latitude trough to form here in northeastern China, and that will move to the east by the weekend, weakening this ridge and allowing Guchol to turn northwestward away from making landfall in the Philippines. But again, that is very uncertain yet as of this moment. Still have 2 to 3 days to track this thing, and by that time we will hopefully be able to find out we'll have a better handling of the evolution of the trough developing here in northern Asia, as well as the situation of the ridge here. But in terms of intensification, we are forecasting a slow intensification due to slightly higher wind shear here in the Philippine Sea. It is forecast to weaken and ocean heat content and sea surface temperatures are very favorable for development. And looking at the JTWC, they are expecting this to become a typhoon by as early as Thursday afternoon. You can also see in this track that if it continues on the westward and west-northwestward course, it is forecast to enter the Philippine Area of Responsibility by as early as Thursday night. It will be given the local code name Butchoy by PAGASA. Again, looking at the intensity forecast, JTWC expecting this to peak at around Category 2 typhoon, around 90 knots on a track, again perhaps near Taiwan or Okinawa here. And JMA on the other end also showing the general west-northwestward turn, and then to the northwest towards either Taiwan or Okinawa. So fairly close agreement between the two forecasting agencies. And I should also note that the Philippines is still well within, especially Luzon, is still well within that forecast error from JMA as well as JTWC. So if it does continue to move to the west, could be some very interesting times ahead as we continue to monitor the development of this storm. And not only for the Philippines, this could turn very interesting as well for parts of Taiwan and even southeastern China. If it does continue in that west-northwestward track, could definitely be seeing effects here by early part of next week. And you also see still have lots of days to iron out the forecast, but the main thing right now is that this storm is indeed approaching Yap, Face, and Leyte Islands. That's why we have the warnings for those areas. So that concludes our update for today. Be sure to check out these forecasting agencies we've put out, especially JMA, which is the official forecasting agency for the Western Pacific. We'll probably have another update tomorrow, but need checking up our blog as well as site for the latest text updates on the storm. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe and bye-bye.